Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Shrutismritipurananam alayam karunalayam namami bhagavatpadam shankaram lokashankaram. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha. Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagni Rudraya Neelakanthaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sada Shivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Hari Om, salutations to all. From today the auspicious Adhik Maas begins, and this time Adhik Maas is the extra month, is the Shravan month. Shravan is very dear to Bhagavan Shiva, and we will see many sadhanas we are going to do this month. Morning, every day, 5:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, we will be doing the Shiva Mantra Meditation. So welcome to Shiva Mantra Meditation. Who is Shiva? So literally the word Shiva means auspiciousness. Shiva means the supreme state of consciousness. Shiva means the absolute truth. Shiva means one who is most positive. Shiva means one who is the very abode of all knowledge. So Shiva is in the formless state as consciousness, the very source of this whole universe, the substratum of the whole universe, and the one who enlivens our body, mind, and intellect. In our true nature, each of us are Shiva. This body, mind, intellect is Shava actually. It is dead body. By itself, it is dead. It is inert. It is as good as anything else which is out here, any computer or any thermos or whatever, inert things which are there, table. Body is as good as that, made up of same 5 elements. But the enlivener of this body is Shiva. So Shiva is not some abstract entity out there. In the formless nature, definitely Shiva is pure consciousness in us, around us, everywhere, all pervasive. Infinite consciousness Shiva is. For us to be able to also connect to that supreme consciousness out of the great compassion, that very consciousness using the power of Maya becomes Ishvara, and that Ishvara manifests in specific form also. So there is a specific form of Bhagavan Shiva. And there's not one specific form, there are many specific forms. There's a Panchamukhi Rupa Bhagavan Shiva, there's a Mrityunjaya Rupa Bhagavan Shiva, there are Ekadasha Rudras, so each of the Rudras there's a different form of Bhagavan Shiva. So there are different forms in which Bhagavan appears. And please understand, these forms are not created by human beings. Some people have this weird idea, these are human created forms for the sake of concentration. These are forms revealed in the Vedas. Vedas are revelations to the great rishis by the Lord himself. So these forms exist in subtle ways. The darshan also happens to Bhagwan, to the devotees, to the bhaktas. So many devotees of Bhagwan Shiva have had darshan in a subtle form, and Bhagwan even manifests in physical form. I am not even going into Puranic stories, but I am saying we are able to see even the Nayanars in South India. I'm just giving one example. There are so many devotees across the world who have had darshan of Bhagwan, but Nayanars who are there, great devotees of Bhagwan Shiva, they all have had darshan of Bhagwan. Why I'm mentioning this is the Shraddha has to come in us that Bhagwan exists, and Bhagwan exists in this particular form also. It's not that we have created any form that we want and some human beings have come together and created. It is not that way. There are specific attributes to the form, specific things Bhagwan has with him. So there are many forms, as I said, but some of the features will remain the same in all forms. Like Bhagwan will have a blue neck, he will have the serpent, he'll have the moon. So we will be using for some part of our meditation forms, and certain days we will do on formless consciousness. Now, as Bhagwan Shiva, as a form, Bhagwan has very many roles also. He is one of the trinities, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So as a trinity, he is the lord of destruction. And Gurudev Swami Chinmaya used to call it as constructive destruction. Not destruction for the sake of destruction, but the destruction which helps further creation. Because if destruction does not happen of the old, the new will not get created. So it is a constructive destruction. So Shivji is in charge of that. Shivji is the Adi Guru of various streams of knowledge: music, dance, Sanskrit, yoga, Brahma Vidya, many things. The Aksharas itself came from Bhagwan, from the Damru of Maheshwara. So he is the source of all knowledge. He is the Adi Guru. As Dakshinamurti Bhagwan, he gives the knowledge to the Sanat Kumars just using this Jnana Mudra. The disciples are Sanat Kumars and the Guru is Dakshinamurti Bhagwan. And he doesn't have to speak one word, that is Mauna Vyakhyan. Just with this mudra, he gave the knowledge and they also realized the truth. So he is the Adi Guru. He is also the presiding deity of Dhyan, meditation. Most of the time you see Bhagwan is in Dhyan Avastha. So this is Bhagwan Shiva, a very short introduction. Many of you may be knowing also. As Brahman, as consciousness, the very support of the whole substratum of the whole universe. And as specific form, he stays in Kailash, he has certain features and he has certain attributes, and he has Mother Parvati on his left side, Nandi is in front of him. So this is Bhagwan Shiva. And why do we meditate on Bhagwan Shiva? As I said, he is the presiding deity of meditation, 1. 2, as we know, Shiva means auspiciousness, and so the word Shiva itself has great meaning. We will see as we go along, and we will be using the mantras also Bhagwan of Lord Shiva. So this is Shiva. Then mantra. What is a mantra? Can any word become a mantra? No, any word cannot become a mantra. Mantras are what are revealed in the Vedas. They are spiritual sound formulas. Potent spiritual sound formulas, actually speaking. Very, very powerful. And they have intonations because they are revealed in the Vedas. Mantras have intonation. They are specific sound vibrations they will create. So potent spiritual sound formula. So potent means it is that which is having tremendous potency, and it will manifest our potential. Spiritual, the word will have spiritual deity associated with it, vibrations associated with it. It is a sound formula. It is to be chanted, not sung. It has to be chanted in a specific intonation because it is sound. And when the right sound is produced, it right way we pronounce it, the right sound will produce, that will produce the right vibration. So there are simple intonations which are given for it. If there is no matra, if there is no sign on the alphabet, it is chanted in a particular pitch, in a regular pitch. If there is one line above, that swara will go up. If there is one horizontal line below, that swara will go down. And if there are two lines above, that vowel will be elongated. Only these simple three intonations are there. Om Namah Shivaya is also a Vedic mantra. It is revealed in the Rudram, in the Yajurveda. So, how is it chanted? Na is normal, ma goes up, nama, she goes down. Only these two intonations are there. Shivaya, ya goes up. Three intonations. Nama, Shivaya. That's the chanting. So it's a mantra. Every mantra will have certain meter, certain rishis to whom the mantra is revealed. So Vamadeva Rishi, Kahola Rishi are the ones to whom this mantra Om Namah Shivaya is revealed. Panchakshari mantra is Namah Shivaya. Om, when we add to it, it becomes Shadakshari mantra. Vasishtha, Vamadeva and Kahola. To these three great rishis, this same mantra is revealed at different points in time in their dhyan. So mantra is a science of sound. So it's a potent spiritual sound formula. It is a formula because it has many truths revealed in it, embedded in it. If we contemplate on it, those will just reveal. Like if we say E is equal to mc squared, the whole theory of relativity is there in it. So now you can explain through that. Same way, Namah Shivaya or any mantra. So many mantras are there of the Vedas. Each mantra will have certain knowledge, ideas associated with it. So mantra is a science. And when we chant it, see these mantras which we are going to use, they are sattvic mantras. And don't worry, even if some mistake happens in chanting or if there is some difficulty, you are not able to chant in a specific way, it's all right. They will not produce any harmful effects. There are certain other mantras which may do that, which may be more of Rajasic, Tamasic type of mantras, but these mantras will not do. But if we want the right impact, then we must learn to chant in appropriate intonations. So that's mantra. So Shiva mantra. Now meditation. So what is meditation? So first we should know what is not meditation. Relaxation is not meditation. See, some of these are parts of the process, but by themselves they are not meditation. Relaxation of the body, deep breathing, chanting a specific mantra, concentration of the mind. These are steps in meditation. They are not meditation by itself. Meditation is a state. It is not thoughtlessness also. Many people think, I want to meditate, I want to become thoughtless. It is not thoughtlessness. It is a state of awareness, complete awareness. Gurudev Swami Chinmaya used to say that meditation is not a verb. It is a noun. So it is a state of being. So technically, if you see, to say that I am doing meditation is wrong, because it's like saying I am doing waking. Now we are in the waking state right now. Hopefully, early morning it is. So we are in the waking state. We can't say I'm doing waking. But colloquially, many people have started saying that I'm doing meditation. Otherwise, meditation cannot be done. The process which is done, the verb is contemplation. Contemplation is what we do. Meditation is a state of being. What state of being is it? It is the state where I am effortlessly aware of who I am truly. That is the highest definition of meditation. Swarupasya sahajam bhanam uchyate. Swami Tejomayananji, Puja Guruji, he has written this in Dhyana Swarupam. Dhyanam nama swarupasya sahajam bhanam uchyate. It is effortless awareness of who I am. What is my true nature? Today I am effortlessly aware of what is not my true nature. I am thinking I am the body, mind, intellect, I am the Jiva, I am Mr. So and so. That is only a functional identity. That is not the truth. Pot is only a name and form. The truth is it is mud, made from mud. If one forgets the mud and then one just gets fascinated by the name pot and the form, then one has forgotten the truth. Same way, infinite consciousness is our true nature. Shiva is our true nature, but we have forgotten that. To be effortlessly aware of that Atma, that Shiva Tattva in us, is dhyan. Even in Hindi we say dhyan se karo. ध्यान करने की चीज नहीं है, ध्यान से दूसरी चीजें करो. So being in a specific state of awareness, we do everything else. That state of awareness is called meditation, and that is what we are trying to attempt. In Vedanta, that is the purpose of the sadhana. Even if we chant the mantra, we quieten our mind. The purpose is not to just quieten the mind. Purpose is to transcend the attachment to the mind and the wrong notion that I am this mind, I am this thought, I am this emotion, I am Mr. So and so, this ego. I am not all these. I am the awareness that is illumining all these. These things come and go, awareness remains. That consciousness in me, which remains when thoughts are there, which is there when thoughts are not there, which is there when the body is in the waking state, or it is in the dream state, or in the deep sleep state. Whatever be the condition of the BMI, this remains unaffected, uninvolved. It is only an illuminer. That to be aware that I am that pure consciousness every moment. That is the state of Jivan Mukti, that is the state of Dhyan. We are attempting to experience that. So when we say oneness with Shiva, it means this: to be fully aware of who I am truly, not through the BMI. It is not that one is attempting to go somewhere, to go to Kailasa, go to Shivaloka, etc. That may happen if the realization does not happen, if one does not experience oneness with the as one's true nature as consciousness. That's a part of evolution that may happen, but that's not what is the ultimate goal in Vedanta. The ultimate goal is to realize that I am Shiva. Shivoham, Shivoham is the ultimate goal to experience. That state of awareness is called Dhyan, first and foremost. And so please be very clear about this, because if the purpose and the goal is very clear to us, this is what we are attempting, our efforts will be in that direction. See, the goal has to be clear. Suppose I want to go from Mumbai to Pune. I should determine clearly, okay, where do I want to go? Pune. Once I know I have to go to Pune, then you can put on your Google map and then type the destination. It will show you the whole way, and then you follow and you reach. If destination only is not clear, one says, chalo, I'll start driving somewhere, somehow, whichever way I will reach. Or destination is wrong. There are so many Solapurs in India. No? You to take a wrong Rampur or Solapur and then reach there. So in like that, our destination should be clear, that we want to ultimately realize what do we want as human beings. We want supreme happiness. We want freedom from sorrow. We don't want to be scared. We don't want to live in anxiety, stress, worries. We want to be happy at all times. We want not to be ignorant. We want to be living forever. We don't want to die. So immortality we seek, knowledge we seek, happiness we seek. That is Sat Chit Anand. That is the Swarupa of Bhagavan Shiva. That is our true nature as consciousness. So that is what we want to realize. So dhyan is to come to this state of awareness. And what is Bhagavan Shiva meditating upon? He is abiding in this state. Satyam Shivam Sundaram, Sat Chit Anand, Satyam Jnanam Anantam. He is abiding in this state. So there is one nice acronym that someone made. Meditation. What is meditation? Mind engaged in deep inquiry, total awareness, transcending its own nature. Very nice acronym. Mind engaged in deep inquiry, that who am I? I am not this body, mind, intellect. This is a tool. Even when I am not aware of this, I still am. So it is engaged in a deep inquiry on its own true nature. Mind engaged in deep inquiry, total awareness. It is not thoughtlessness. It is full awareness of what is happening inside, outside. Actually, the division of inside, outside itself will go away as we start doing dhyan. I'm saying doing dhyan only because of, we are used to that. Otherwise, we say in the state of dhyan. So total awareness is not thoughtlessness. Being fully aware what happens to the body, what is happening to the breath, what is happening to things around me. As we become more and more aware, then slowly we learn to withdraw their awareness from the external and come into the internal. And then transcend that also. We will see that process, what it is. Mind engaged in deep inquiry and total awareness, transcending its own nature. Finally, it will transcend its own nature. Mind is a stream of thoughts, flow of thoughts, as Gurudev would say. We are aware of that thought. Every single thought that arises, we are aware of that. It comes, it goes. Who is the one who is witnessing it? That is the Atma. So today we are fully identified with the thought. Detach from that and be aware that I am the witness, I am the Sakshi. So this is the state of dhyan. Mind engaged in deep inquiry, total awareness, transcending its own nature. Now the acronym is made just for us to understand what the state of dhyan is. To experience this state of dhyan, what is important? That the mind must be quiet, body must be relaxed, breathing must be in a deeper way. So there is a systematic process. Now that process is called contemplation, where we learn to withdraw from the external to the body, to the breath, to the mind, to the intellect and beyond. That is a slow process of withdrawal, of awareness. Withdraw the awareness so that our attention can be focused properly. And then finally, one transcends the last support also that one is having and experiences infinity. So every step there is one support that we will use to drop the earlier level. So be aware of the things happening around and slowly shift the attention from that to the body. From many things around to one body. Then from the body, go to the breath. Then from the breath, go to the mind. So each time one is taking a step, one is holding on to a subtler support, dropping the earlier one. Till one comes to the last step where one is dropping even the thought, I am meditator, I am meditating on God. That division, that duality will go. That's the highest state. That's the state of dhyan. So there are certain preparations that are important to experience this. Gurudev used to say that when I slip outside, I fall. When I slip inside, I rise. Slip outside does not literally mean you slip outside. That anyway, if we slip, we will fall. But slip outside means when every day when we wake up, what happens? Our mind has become extrovert. The attention from who I am goes and it goes outside as though. And through the senses, we are experiencing the world around, and mind also thinks happiness is there and it acts. There one falls. Falls in the sense one gets bound, one gets attached because one thinks that happiness is there, so one clings. But the fact is, happiness is our true nature. Now, when I slip inside, meaning when I gain the right understanding of who am I, and then I start contemplating, I learn to withdraw, I learn to make the mind quieter, then one realizes, oh, quiet mind is a happy mind actually. So happiness is not coming from outside. It is my true nature. It is the self. Then why am I depending unnecessary? Why am I running outside? Learn to turn within. So as one learns to turn within, slowly, slowly one realizes a quiet mind is a happy mind, and then transcend even that quiet mind, the self is of the nature of happiness. So I don't have to become happy, I am that happiness. So these are various things that we have to be very clear before we start. The word dhyan, from dhyai, root dhyai, it comes in Sanskrit, so it means to meditate, to focus. And in Vedanta we say Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan. So what we actually do is called Nididhyasan. Initial steps are to make the mind peaceful, make the mind quiet. What to do with a quiet mind? Contemplate on who am I, contemplate on the self, and transcend the identification. And hence, many people limit the understanding of meditation only to some step in the process of Nididhyasan. I'm going to share 10 steps as our guide, as a memory aid also. And these are the 10 steps we are going to follow through this 1 month. Today begin the first day. There will be a little longer introduction so that we are very clear what has to be done. And then we will start the process. So you see here, what are the 10 steps in contemplation? First is preparation and posture. Preparation means what? Our mind should be relatively quiet, body should be fresh. So one has taken bath, one is sitting after a bath. If it is any other time in the day that you have, you figure out what is the best time for you to meditate. So preparation, one is the body preparation, one has taken bath, one is the mind is it's not exhausted, it's not sleepy, it is not tired. There is a decent amount of freshness in the mind, which is why one says when we wake up and do, the mind is still fresh, it has not gone out into the work and responsibilities and many things. It is still easier to turn within. Preparation also means a certain purity and positivity of the mind which we need, which comes when we learn to work in our daily life with the attitude of seva, selflessness, giving more than what we consume. So then the mind which we say and dedicate all that to Bhagavan. So then we say, I serve the Lord through all the roles that I am playing. So there's a certain level of equanimity, balance, many things come as one does this seva. So this seva attitude and dhyan, they will complement each other. Many people say that what is the use of meditation? In the daily life, I'm, still this person is so selfish and angry, which is true. The more I'm selfish, more upset I become, more agitated I become, difficult it is to experience and benefit from dhyan. The more selfless I become, the more easier it will become to withdraw, to learn to be quiet. The more I experience the quietude in my mind, the more joy I feel within, more selfless I can be outside. So they both complement each other. So when somebody asked Gurudev, actually Puja Guruji only asked Gurudev that for how long should I meditate? He said 24 hours. Then how can one meditate for 24 hours? So he said for half an hour of quiet meditation, You have to live in alertness and selflessness for 23 and a half hours. So it is one whole, it is not part. So that's the preparation. Two preparations are very important. One is as much seva bhav I can have in the world outside when I'm serving, when I'm doing work. Two, learn to do one thing at a time. Focusing on one thing at a time will give tremendous alertness and concentration to the mind. It will save energy. So that's the preparation. Posture, when we sit specifically through the day also, as much as we can, maintain erect posture. Head, neck and spine in a straight line. Gurudev used to say, don't sit like a question mark, sit like an exclamation mark. We slouch and we sit like that. We sit exclamation mark, straight. In case you have some difficulty in sitting straight for whatever reasons, take some back support if you need. As much one can remain straight, that much is fine. There is no need to strain oneself and sit in Padmasana, etc., and go through some excruciating pain. Not required. Whichever asana you sit, Sukhasana also you can sit. But please sit and do meditation. Don't lie down. Don't say I'm doing horizontal meditation. Our mind is conditioned to sleep in that posture. So, sit erect. Preparation and posture. Auto suggestion, 3 auto suggestions we will take. First, for the next few minutes, I am steady and still without any movement. The body must be still so that the mind can be quietened. If the body keeps moving, mind can't become quiet. Second auto suggestion we will take is I am alert, awake and quiet. Whenever our mind becomes quiet, it goes out to sleep. So we have to recondition it that I am alert and awake, yet I am quiet. Third auto suggestion, I am only a seeker or a devotee for the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes. All other roles can wait, all other work can wait. Right now, I am only a devotee. So it is my exclusive time with Bhagavan. Third, be aware of what is happening around you. That is called present moment awareness. Some sounds may be there, the feel of the carpet below your feet or the chair on which you are sitting or any chillness or warmth in the atmosphere. Just be aware what is happening around you. No need to think more on it, only awareness without any judgment. Then we come to relaxation of the body. Through deep breathing, we relax the entire body. Sometimes we do it step by step, each part of the body. Sometimes we do the whole body as it is. All this we will learn. Breath observation, then just focus on the breathing, inhalation, exhalation. If you breathe deeply, that is great, but just be aware. There is no specific ratio in which we are going to breathe in this one, in this Nididhyasana sessions. Then here, in the space between the 3 eyebrows or in the heart, visualize a circle of white light and invoke the Ishtadevata in it, invoke the Guru in it if you have whichever, either one. And we meditate on the form of the deity, form of the Guru, whichever you like. And then concentration. Use a mantra to do japa, concentrate the mind. Focus on that chanting of the mantra, the sound of the mantra, and let the mind not wander anywhere else. This will bring the mind relatively to a quiet state. All this, what I have said, this is the process of going inside. This is called slipping in, withdrawing the attention step by step. With a quiet mind attained through this 7th step, what do? I do contemplation. Detach from who I am not, attached to who I am. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I am that. So attached to that. And who I am not, Mano buddhi hankara chittani naham na cha shrotra jihve na cha ghrana netre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayuhu. I am not the mind, intellect, memory, ego. I am not the five elements, I am not the five koshas. Like that, we negate. Whatever I am not, negate. Then who am I? Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. That is contemplation. This is what will destroy the identification we have with the body, mind, intellect. So till seventh step, in Vedanta we say till the step number 7 is the preparation only. Many people say, I just want some little peace of mind. No problem. That is your purpose. Then you can do any of these. Breath observation can also give us some peace of mind. Invocation also can give peace of mind. Chanting japa also can give peace of mind. If somebody says, no, I don't want to stop myself with peace of mind, I want to experience my true self, then come to 8th step, contemplation. 9th step is be a witness. Whatever is happening, be just a witness. Don't get involved. 10th step is actually the result. It's not a step. One will experience, I am silence. So these are 10 steps in contemplation. And these 10 steps will lead us to the state of dhyan or meditation, which is our goal of life, which is paramananda, which is the state of mukti, which is the state of self-realization, God realization, whatever one calls it. It is the ultimate state. And having experienced that state, having gained certain abidance in that state, there is no coming back into the false identification. So the Gita says, Yad gatva na nivartante. Having experienced which one does not come back again into the false identification that I am a limited jiva, I am this body, all that one will transcend. And that is the state of Shiva. So this is what we will do as a process. The word meditation also in English, if we see, medit means to heal. So meditation that way will heal us. It will heal the body, it will heal the mind, it will make the mind quieter, it will also help to overcome the 6 impurities, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. And ultimately it will heal us of the very primary cause of our sorrow, which is ignorance. It will remove that through right knowledge, samyak jnanam. Now this much is the introduction. Shiva, mantra and meditation. Every day we are going to meditate for 30 days. So every day we will have, for a few days we will follow certain practice. Then we take up another mantra. Then we will go step by step and different aspects. So today we will start with the invocation of the form of Bhagwan. So we should invoke the form of Bhagwan in our heart. And today we will go through those processes so that we come to that. Now, what are we going to use in the form? So you may have a specific form which you love of Lord Shiva. You can meditate on that form also. When we do the process here, we are going to keep one picture so that our mind, if it wanders, you can open the eyes, you can see the form, visualize it, again close the eyes, and if you like, you can also keep the picture that you have in front of you wherever you are sitting, so that in case you want to use that form, then you are able to do that. That is your choice. So, which is the form we will use? The simple form of Bhagwan Shiva. And there's a nice shloka which describes this form. Now, Chandrodbhasita Shekhare Smarahare. So there will be a crescent moon that Bhagwan will have. This picture specifically doesn't have that. Smarahare, he is the one who destroyed this Kamadev, Smarahare. Chandrodbhasita Shekhare Smarahare, Gangadhare, one who has Ganga in his forehead. Shankare, one who brings auspiciousness. Sarpair Bhushita Kantakarna Vivare, there are snakes around his neck. In some of the pictures, you will find snakes are there as his kundal also. Kantha Karna Vivare. Netrotha Vaishwanare. There's a third eye that Bhagavan has. Dantitvakrita Sundarambaradhare. He wears an elephant skin around his waist. Trailokya Sare Hare. He is the essence of the three worlds. He is the truth. Everything is perishes, name and form perishes, but the truth remains. Consciousness is as it is. Trailokya Sare Hare. Mokshartham Kuru Chitta Vrittim Akhilam. Please make my mind such that I experience the state of mukti. Anyaistu kim karma bihi. How does it matter? So many other works and rituals that we do, they will only give temporary result. Oh Lord, you please bless me with mukti. This is a beautiful shloka written by Adi Shankaracharya ji, which is what we will use in meditation. Don't worry, you don't have to memorize all these. In the guided meditation, I will be using this, and we will also have the English description of it. So I'm just sharing this so that you know what is the source and you want to go back to it, you are able to go back to it. This is the meaning. O mind, to gain liberation, concentrate wholly on Shiva, the sole reality underlying the worlds, the giver of good, whose head is illumined by the crescent moon and in whose hair the Ganges is hidden, whose fire-darting eyes consume the god of earthly love, Smarahare that is, whose throat and ears are decked with snakes, whose upper garment is a comely elephant skin. Of what avail are all the other rituals? Now this is the meaning.